Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something really fascinating if you're looking to break into the home-based solar industry. We're unpacking the LELAIL Solar Business Planning Guide. Let's just be completely honest for a second. When you look at a massively booming market like solar, it's so incredibly easy to feel totally paralyzed right at the starting line. I mean, you know it's the future, for sure. But the gap between realizing that and actually starting a business from your kitchen table, well, that gap feels absolutely massive. So let's explore how this blueprint actually bridges it. You know that feeling, right? That paralysis almost always starts with this exact internal monologue. You're just staring at a blank notepad, completely, hopelessly stuck. Are you going to be an installer, a consultant? Maybe focus entirely on lead generation? The solar umbrella is just so huge, and without a crystal clear direction, this single question is literally enough to stop most people dead in their tracks before they even begin. And, well, right on the heels of that hurdle, the next one hits you squarely in the face. Let's say you actually pick a direction. Great, awesome. But who are you actually talking to? Are you targeting local homeowners? Big commercial warehouses? When you add in the sheer absolute dread of trying to figure out what to actually say so your very first prospect doesn't immediately hang up the phone on you, yeah, it's pretty easy to see why people just throw in the towel. Inattention just keeps mounting. You need a business model, you need an audience, and then comes the ultimate fear, pricing. How in the world do you price a service you've literally never offered before without severely undervaluing your own time? It's just a total cascade of confusion. But, this is exactly why we're digging into the LELAIL Solar Business Workflow prompt today. It was specifically designed to untangle this exact mess. Now, we really need to get clear on what this blueprint actually is. Typically, when we try to learn a new industry, we rely on passive courses, right? You sit there watching hours of video, scribbling notes, just kind of hoping you can figure out how to apply it all later. This source completely flips that script. It is a prompt that essentially turns an AI into your own interactive business consultant. It's not some boring, static lecture. It's a highly dynamic, two-way conversation that is focused entirely on your specific goals. The mechanics here are honestly brilliantly simple. Step 1, you just paste the prompt into the AI. Step 2, the AI starts asking you a series of really short, simple questions about what you want to achieve. No massive, complicated business thesis required here. And step 3, based strictly on those quick answers you provide, it automatically generates a highly personalized business plan just for you. Once you finish answering those few questions, the AI goes to work and produces all of this heavy-hitting strategic groundwork for you, all in plain English. You walk away with a crystal clear business direction. You get a simple, beginner-friendly offer, so you know exactly what it is you're actually selling. It calculates a realistic pricing model for you. It defines your ideal customer profile, your ICP, so you know exactly whose door you should be knocking on. And, my favorite part, to really force you into action, it hands you a strict 7-day launch plan. But look, we all know strategy is basically useless without execution. The source material puts a massive emphasis on highly tactical, ready-to-use tools. I mean, it literally drafts your very first sales message, and it even pre-writes the inevitable follow-up message for when that prospect goes to you the first time around. It gives you word-for-word scripts for the phone or WhatsApp, it drafts a punchy little description for your social media profiles, and it hands you 3 immediate, concrete next actions to take today. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're probably sitting there going, okay, sure, but does this actually work for what I specifically want to do? The source material is incredibly, abundantly clear on this. This is for anyone, at any age, in any country, with absolutely any experience level. Whether your ultimate goal is to generate leads for other companies, or maybe set appointments, build referral partnerships, close your own deals, or hey, even just support existing solar businesses with their everyday admin tasks, this workflow adapts entirely to you. There is quite literally a workflow for whatever specific angle of the solar industry you want to tackle. Okay, let's just slow down for a second. We need an honest reality check here. There's a quote directly from the guide that puts it very, very bluntly. This is not instant income. In our highly digital world that is just completely obsessed with get-rich-quick hacks and overnight success, this blueprint remains incredibly grounded. Because let's be real, even with the absolute best AI tools on the planet sitting right in front of you, starting a business still takes serious grit and follow-through. So the workflow gives you incredible speed and structure. The AI steps in to draft those initial messages and really organizes the overall chaos. But the actual heavy lifting, actually making those tough calls from your kitchen table while the dog is barking in the background, physically hitting send, facing that inevitable rejection, and choosing to show up every single day, That still firmly belongs to you. The AI is the ultimate assistant for sure, but you still have to be the boss. So how does this actually play out in your day-to-day operations? Well, the source explains how utilizing AI makes running a lean, home-based solar business drastically easier from day one. It basically becomes your everyday co-pilot. You'll use it to continuously draft fresh outreach messages, help you figure out how to properly qualify your leads, organize all your messy follow-ups, write out simple service pages, and, this is a big one, expertly handle those tricky objections when customers inevitably say no or it's just too expensive. It really keeps your daily plans entirely on track. Logistically speaking, getting started with this guide is incredibly straightforward. It's hosted over at LELAIL.com as an instant download. That means you just grab the prompt, paste it right in, and your interactive session begins immediately. There are no shipping delays, no waiting around for weeks for some course modules to magically unlock. You just get the blueprint and you go. But the thing that really stands out in the source material, the financial barrier to entry, or honestly, the total lack of one. It's priced at just £19. When you stop and consider that traditional business consulting easily runs into the hundreds or even thousands of pounds an hour, using a targeted AI-driven prompt to map out your initial strategy is just an incredibly lean, smart way to start. It also scales globally, which is huge. Because it's entirely powered by AI, the prompt operates fluently in over 100 different languages. And get this, you don't even need to be a fast typer. It is perfectly voice-first capable, so you can literally just talk to the AI out loud from your phone in your native language, and it will build your entire business strategy on the fly, right there conversing with you. Which really brings us to the empowering core philosophy of this whole guide: no one left behind. By systematically stripping away the usual barriers of cost, language, and prior experience, they've completely dismantled the hurdles that traditionally stop people from entering the solar industry. So I'll leave you with this final thought based on everything we've unpacked today. With the exact blueprint waiting for you, and absolutely every single excuse removed, are you finally ready to step over the starting line?